Good morning, first grade readers. We've been on lots of reading adventures together. Do you remember this chart? Character traits, words that describe and help us understand a character. How do we understand characters? Remember we talked about it? We describe them and understand them by thinking about what they say, what they do, how they think, how they feel. Also, to get to know a character, you think about what they like and what they dislike. So we read lots of fairy tales, do you remember? And we did lots of character activities with these fairy tale books that we read. We got to know Little Red Riding Hood and we described her. We got to know Cinderella and we described her. We got to know Goldilocks and described the characters in that book. We also, not only did we read fairy tale stories, we read other stories too together. We recently just got to know Corduroy and Lisa. We got to know Froggy from Froggy Goes to Bed, and we also got to know Frog and Toad a little bit. So we've met so many characters. When you go on reading adventures, boys and girls, you're not only just reading, you're also meeting characters along the way. You're meeting lots of characters and you're learning about them. You're learning about who they are, okay, by focusing on what they say, what they do, what they think, what they feel, and what they like and dislike, just like we do with each other. When you meet a new friend, you learn about them. You learn about what they like, you learn about what they don't like, and you get to know them, okay? So today, that is what I want to focus on with you, learning about characters. I want to meet more characters with you, okay? So I want to start a new reading adventure in this book called Mr. Putter and Tabby Dropped the Ball. Before we start reading, what should we do first? Yes, we should take a sneak peek. In your sneak peek, you can already get started learning about the characters. So look at the cover. You start your sneak peek by looking at the cover. What do you see? I see an old man and his cat. That must be Mr. Putter and Tabby. It looks like they're going to play baseball. Let's look at the back. There's a blurb. So I might learn a little bit about the character on the blurb. The characters on the blurb. It's summertime and Mr. Putter decides to join the Yankee Doodle Dandies baseball team. He can still catch those fly balls, but will his creaky knees cooperate when it's time to pick up those ground balls? With a little help from Mrs. Teaberry's good dog, Zeke, anything is possible from the outfield. So something I already know about Mr. Putter is that he's old. I'm looking at him. And also from the blurb, it says, will his creaky knees cooperate? That tells me that he's old. And it also seems like maybe he likes baseball. That's something else I think I know so far. Let's start reading to learn more about these characters, Mr. Putter and Tabby. Chapter 1, Baseball. Mr. Putter and his fine cat Tabby loved to nap in the summertime. They loved napping in the garden. They loved napping on the porch. They loved napping in the car. As you're reading and you're getting to know characters, always have this question in your mind. What do I know so far about the characters? What am I learning so far? Well, I know Mr. Putter and Tabby love to nap. That's something they like to do. They like to nap. You can tell from what we read in the words, and you can also tell in the pictures. You can see them napping. It seems that we nap all the time, Mr. Putter said to Tabby one day. Tabby was old and her frisky days were over. She loved napping. I think we need a sport, said Mr. Putter. Tabby opened one eye. I think we need baseball, said Mr. Putter. Tabby opened the other eye. I wonder where my old mitt is, said Mr. Putter. He headed to the basement. Tabby was wide awake now. And that's the end of chapter 1. So, pause the video, turn and tell a stuffed animal or a family member what you know so far about Mr. Putter and Tabby. Think about what you know so far. What do they like? What don't they like? What do they say? What do they do? Beautiful. So far, I know Mr. Putter and Tabby love to nap. They're both old. They live in a house. Something else I know, that Mr. Putter used to like baseball. He used to play baseball because he has a mitt in his basement. I also think that Mr. Putter used to be very active when he was younger. Look at all this stuff he has in his basement. He has rollerblades, he has a bicycle, he has a baseball mitt. So it seems like he did a lot of things when he was younger. So he liked to be active. That's something that I know about Mr. Putter now. Do you guys agree? Okay. So I'm glad I got a start to this story in chapter 1, and I already got to know Mr. Putter and Tabby. We will continue reading this another time because I want you guys to get your own independent reading time in today. Today, I want you to get to know characters in your own books. Get to know your characters. Learn about them. Who are they? What do they say? What do they do? What do they like? What don't they like? Get to know them just like you get to know your friends. So on your reading adventure today, be sure to learn about the character. Pay attention to who they are. And then you're going to answer some questions about a character that you learned about in your reading today. Be sure to get at least 20 minutes of reading in. If you're starting a new book, don't forget to take a sneak peek. Okay, boys and girls, have fun meeting your characters on your reading adventures today. Happy reading!